Good morning.
Hey. All right, let's start with 4906 Lake Wichita for 235. Rosemarie Stiglitz. $24.27 Standing Oak in Pecan Lakes, 264.9. Kai Tran. $601 West 10th Street in the Heights, 449.9 Marwa Fawcett. Look how cute.
Oh my God.
Cute the picket fence.
Isn't that cute?
Got your name on it.
It does.
It does.
There's
Look
your
at you.
cow.
That's
From the yellow. The house
I
is from the
know.
yellow.
Oh my gosh.
Cute as a
Where is
puppy.
that?
In the Heights.
Yeah.
How many bedrooms?
Look at that, Robin. That's got your name.
I know, that's adorable. It is 2-bedroom, 1 bath. That could be a problem.
It's just you.
I'll have to kick my husband out. 1524.
There's a hose in the back.
Yes, right. Beale Street in Shady Acres in the Heights, 559. Marty Warren.
Really?
3,000 square feet.
That's cute.
Really cute. Yeah, I'm moving in.
$34.18.
Lou.
Lube. Sorry. $599.9 Lori King. Royal Oaks Country Club. Lube. $41.06 Woodhaven in Westwood, 639 G. Risha.
This is a great house that's near the medical center, NRG, Maryland shopping, no flooding whatsoever. It's got a whole house generator, it has a water softener. It was built in '07, extremely well maintained. It's a great price for a house in this area.
Good yard.
$87.11 Winningham in Bonnie Oak, Spring Valley, $695 Janice Murphy. It's cute. $91.21 Briar Forest in Hudson on the Bayou Townhome, $719.9 Joanne Lamons. All right, mouse. Sticking. Mouse. 4410 Mount Vernon, Montrose area, 749 Josh Green.
For Maryland, we like this.
Wow, that's uber.
Yeah, I like it. I love it.
Love that.
That's good.
Mhm.
I like the garage.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. That's very pretty.
That's 49.
749. 2315 Tangley in Southampton Place, 979 Margaret Vincent.
Super adorable vintage home in Southampton, but I'm happy to say that you're too late.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gosh. That was
sold.
$979.
Price point.
And I posted on Daybook coming
Yep.
soon. I gave y'all every opportunity. but
Very nice. 12431 Huntingwick in Frostwood, 980 Jill Rome. It's pretty. 4517 Evergreen in Bel Air, 995 Stormy Hayes.
This is a super cute house with a fantastic location because you walk to Evergreen Park and pool, but in addition to that, it has a fabulous backyard.
You should probably move that backyard up.
It's got a little sports court on it and
1802 Holdy in River Oaks Shopping Area, 1,049 Vicky Barzande. Look how nice the shoes.
Like that.
$2402 Glen Haven in Braeswood, 1,075 Lisa Bear. Nice. 810 Shiraz Passage in Galveston, 1,199,800 JR.
This is an amazing home. Beachtown is at the far end of Galveston,
Oh, yeah.
and it's modeled after Seaside, Florida. This home has stellar beach views. It is in pristine condition. It would make a great primary or secondary home. They also do allow short-term rentals here, so you can put in a rental room.
Beachtown is on
Past
East
Palisades.
Beach.
East Beach.
Yeah, you turn right on the seawall. Yeah, okay.
That's pretty.
It's on the-
Yeah, I think
It's
you
on the
go-
other side of Pacific
No,
Palisades.
it's not.
It's right past.
You go left on the seawall.
Left.
Palisade Palms.
Oh, I said
Palisade
right.
Palms, it's right
It's
there.
west.
It's a neat place.
Go left on Seawall before you go right.
They've got a restaurant. Cool.
And isn't their beach growing?
Yes.
Their beach is accreting, yes.
Yes.
That's a good word.
13026 Memorial Drive and Memorial Plaza, $1,250,000. Karen?
Okay, this is new construction by Fide Custom Homes. It is beautiful. It has a master down and a second bedroom down, a big backyard, 10,000 plus square foot lot. Beautiful, variegated with hardwood floors. You know, high-end professional style Genera appliances, double ovens. Beautiful, big island. Has mudroom, has a big laundry room downstairs. Upstairs, there's 2 bedrooms, each with ensuite bath, a game room, and walk-in attics for storage, and another walk-in attic for access to mechanicals. 2 giant closets in the master. It really shows beautifully. It's, you know, new construction completed, $1,250,000. The I think defining feature is that's your laundry room and mudroom downstairs. Is that per the map, it is zoned to either Stratford High School or Memorial High School. It's right across the street from Memorial Drive,
Baptist Church.
United Methodist Church, just past the Beltway. So if you know where that is, it's got a big circular drive and a 2-car garage plus a nice big portico. So very good parking.
1110 Milford, $1,575,000. Jennifer Lucio.
Ooh, that's not. You should move one of those out. Yeah, I need to move that one of those out.
2411 Stanmore in River Oaks, $1,665,000. Robert Bland.
At the end, could you just tell me how big that is?
$3,284.
Thank you.
3 Blaylock Pines in Memorial, $1,895,000. Patty Garrison. $3,306 Mid Lane in West Lane Place, $2 million even. Philip Alter.
This is how big that is.
Today.
It has a master down. In the yard.
Nice closet.
Really?
Ruthie's Helen was on here, but it didn't come out.
Well, we only do the last 7 days, remember?
Oh, so they're on here, but there's no.
Right. 2, Our Lane Place, $2,250,000. Janice Murphy, Bunker Hill. $3771 Jardin in Southside Place, $2,495,000. Lisa Bear. $5325 Lynbrook in Tanglewood, $2,650,000. Ruthie Porterfield. Two Willowick Circle, $3,500,000. Susan Boss. Look around. $5538 Dolliver in Tanglewood, $4,695,000. Ruthie Porterfield. The bunnies. Hoppy, hoppy, hoppy. $1,600 square foot guest house.
Yeah.
See that?
Oh, yeah, I can totally live in that.
Bigger than my house.
Right.
Mine too. When did I get?
All right, what do you want to do the breakfast first?
Yes.
I have food.
Okay, hey Margaret, will you get the people for the food? Blake, come on up.
Hi.
Tell everybody who you are and what's going on.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you for breakfast.
You're welcome.
Delicious.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm Leif Dyke with Texas Lone Stars. This is Hallie Spencer here and Jessica. We appreciate letting us come out today and spending some time during your meeting. We've been in business for 20 years, almost 20 years. And we've always had a great relationship with Martha Turner and the realtors that work here. So I think from thinking about it on the way up here, it's just the culture that Martha has made, putting this company together, the culture, the people. It's really a special office, and we love working with you and your team. So thank you for giving us a chance to work with you. Lee Martin coined a term, and he calls me the mortgage magician. And because I'm good at pulling things out of a hat. And, you know, as a small independent mortgage banker with a team of 22 employees, we're committed to doing everything we can to make it happen for the buyer. And, you know, as a magician, it is a magical moment. I mean, helping someone buy a house, the American dream, it's still there, and it's special. And we know how important it is, how much is at stake, and how the emotions, the financial commitment, how everyone's working together as a team, and that's the way we view it, as a partnership with the realtors, with the title company, the lender, Texas Lone Star, buyers and sellers, all working together to make the transaction happen. So we're committed to that. We work day in and day out to make it happen as a lender. We are a lender. We're in the Heights. We've been in the Heights since 2001. We're on Yale and 23rd. We're having a big party on Saturday for White Linen. So you're all invited. It starts at 3 o'clock and then it goes on until 9 in the Heights. So please come and visit us at Heights, Yale and 23rd Street. As a lender, we do the typical mortgages, long-term fixed rates and ARMs, jumbo, FHA, VA loans. We're experts at figuring out how to get our clients in the box. And so we spend a lot of time studying their profile on the front end, asking all the right questions to give that buyer every opportunity to get the best possible loan to qualify and to make sure they qualify. So when we issue that pre-qual letter, we've done our homework. We know that borrower has a high probability of qualifying and closing. Beyond that, we're also a lender that offers all kinds of portfolio products. We offer bridge loans. So if you have a seller that needs to access their equity in their house to use that to purchase the next house, we offer bridge loans. We finance investors that are buying, renovating, and selling investment properties on a spec basis. We finance construction ground up for new homes. We finance construction ground up for speculators and builders, and we offer lot loans. So as a lender, I like to think that we have a product for any residential transaction that you come across. We're always available by phone. We answer the phone every day and on mobile and at the office. So call with any questions or scenarios. We'd love a chance to work with you more. Y'all enjoy your meeting and thank you for the time.
Thank you. Breakfast is delicious. We have,
Donna, here's yours. Let's see.
Thanks.
On Chimney Rock, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, this is a really great deal on Chimney Rock. It's almost 5,000 square feet on a really large lot, which backs to a green space, master dam, game room. I mean, it's really beautiful. It is on Chimney Rock, but it's a great value for the price. Huh? It's up to $1,150,000. It's almost 5,000 square feet. It's a really, thank you.
also Amy Rayburn, is she here? She couldn't come today. Wanted me to tell you about a new listing she has in Rice Military. 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3-car garage on Malone. But the good news about it, even more than the house, is that there is a lot next door for sale. So you could buy both of them and have a pretty home and a lovely lot, yard also. So Annie Rayburn has it. It's on Malone, 251 Malone for $849. New listings, Thomas?
I have it's I guess technically a non-MLS listing because it's a commercial property, but it could be residential. It's in a residential neighborhood. It's 25,000 square feet of land. If anybody's familiar with where the White Oak Music Hall is, it's over there. It's sort of walking distance to the light rail, so it's got a lot of kind of potential for maybe new development. It's a warehouse right now that's been converted, and the people that own it are designers, so it's actually a really cool warehouse with some really unique space inside. So it's a unique property. It's going to be right at $1 million, but it's 25,000 square feet where it can be subdivided, and so it's zoned commercial, so we can't put it in MLS. So it's going to be non-MLS, and then we're going to put it on some commercial sites and that kind of stuff. But if you have anybody that wants to redevelop or do anything like that, let me know. It's kind of a neat opportunity.
Okay, new listings. Let's start up here. Karen?
Carmen White and I are co-listing 11913 Heritage Lane. It's off of Nip. It's at the kind of end of the cul-de-sac to the left. It's going to be open Thursday, 12 to 2. It is a one-owner, beautiful traditional home, has a master down and another bedroom down. And then it's a total of 5 to 6 bedrooms. And there's up a separate staircase. There's a guest suite, which could be quarters or a guest suite. It's very beautiful, traditional lines, beautiful pool, big yard at the end of a great location, great school. What else?
Third floor studio.
Oh, third floor art studio. She's an artist, and the third floor is really, really cool if you have anybody who wants bonus extra space.
Okay, Walter?
Have a new listing I'm sharing with Linda Plant. Linda is our manager. She works at the Market Versa Top office. But we have a listing in Schulenburg that we're sharing.
Yeah.
It's on 220 acres, and it's absolutely beautiful. It is has this kind of rolling pastures, and it has a pond, a very nice farmhouse, barns, cows.
How many acres? How many acres is it?
220 acres.
And how much?
It's just under 2.5.
Yeah, 2.49. And one thing I want to say, it's near Schulenburg, and everybody thinks, Round Top is great. Schulenburg is kind of
Schulenburg is great.
area. It's revitalizing. There's great little restaurants, and there's there's a theater, and so there's things happening. And the nice thing is, it's straight shot down I-10, and then you just exit and bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, it's an hour and 15 minutes, and it's not as pricey as Round Top. Round Top is the River Oaks.
Now, I think Cap Spring is lovely.
It is.
Have you done the pictures yet?
We have.
Okay, good. Okay, new listings. Yes, sir. Jonathan.
Oh, I've got one coming up. It's in Houston near my house. It's about a block away from a coffee shop, and on the other end is a park. So I think that's kind of cool, but it's a rental property. It's a duplex. It's about 2,400 square foot. It's one of those 1930s brick jobs, about a 7,000 square foot lot. And it also has, it needs a little love, but there's a studio in the back that's about half built out. So it could be a total of about 3 units. I'm going to list at $275. It got new plumbing, PEX, and new electrical in 2010. So that doesn't need to be updated in the house, which puts it, in way better shape than most of these kind of rentals. But it still needs a little bit of love. But I think it's a really cool landlord opportunity. Even as is, it could probably rent for $2,500 a month or something like that. That you could easily, especially with Airbnb these days, get it to where it's really cranking out.
Perfect. Arby?
I've got a new listing in Hammersmith coming on tomorrow. And what's unique about it, it has a master up and a master down.
Perfect.
It was remodeled about 7 years ago. It's on the courtyard of Amberley.
Okay, great.
410.
Okay. Nancy?
I have a new listing coming up in a couple weeks in Grace Heights, $1,675,000. It has a new pool, spa, and covered outdoor kitchen of 5,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms up and a bedroom down with a full bath. So really, it did not flood, very high up in Grace Heights.
Okay, new listing? Yes, sir.
I've got it's been a very busy few weeks for me, and I've got 3 new listings that are coming up, and they're all going to hit while we're out. So the first one, I'll start in price range. The first one's out in the Energy Corridor right next to Queenston. It's a single-story home, beautiful, well-maintained, 3-car garage, which is very unusual for this location. It has 3 bedrooms with an optional 4th if you want to actually use it as a bedroom, which is the study library. Open floor plan. It's on a cul-de-sac, so it's got a really nice big yard if you want to put in a pool down the road. I have talked them into, because they've got 3 kids, I've talked them into pricing it below market value. So we're gonna go active on the 5th of August. We're gonna list it at $230,000. We're not gonna let any showings until the open house on the 10th. Anybody would like to hold it open on the 10th or the 11th, please let me know. I'll let you do it and you can get the buyers. We're looking for multiple offers Sunday afternoon. Next house is actually over by University Woods, which is right behind University of Houston in the East End, the old McGregor area. This is a 1949 build. The owners bought it about 5 years ago and have really put in money and effort and sweat equity. It's actually extremely, extremely cool. Very kind of contemporary. It's actually it's been thermal wrapped with all brand new Hardy plank siding on the outside, which is a dark gray, brand new windows with the white trim, the new roof. They put in a horizontal, dark, almost like a, not cedar, but like a teak fence around it. 2-car garage with a workshop. It is 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths with an optional 4th bedroom downstairs. They've redone all the kitchen and all the bathrooms. This one's going to go on probably, I think, at $365. It's at the corner of Palm and Scott at 3802 Palm Street. I think it's going to be an incredible opportunity for someone to come in there. The last one is the one I talked to you guys about earlier last month. It's at 2808 Mid Lane, dealing with the divorce. So I finally am getting the pictures on Friday. I posted the coming soon picture yesterday on Instagram. I think some of you have seen it. This house, I sold it a couple years ago. Absolutely phenomenal. Built in 2008, a little over 4,000 square feet. My clients actually put well over $100,000 into it when they bought it a couple years ago to change all finishes to what's on trend from, I'll call it the end of the Tuscan sun era to, light, bright, and, white marble, et cetera, et cetera. This place has a 3 bedrooms, all with their own bath. There's a study downstairs, travertine floors all downstairs, an elevator that goes all the way to the 3rd floor. The master bedroom and the master suite is off the charts. The 3rd floor is a huge game room with a full bath. It could also be a 4th bedroom. Hopefully, I'm going to get this one active next week as well. And that's going to start at 1.297.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna move on. We have a few announcements. Blake, come on up here. And while you're walking up here, I'm gonna announce. Melissa Reynolds, raise your hand. Stand up, raise your tie so they can see you. Melissa is new to our Kingwood office and drove in this morning. She was born and raised in Kingwood and is very involved in the Kingwood community there. So welcome. We're glad you're here, Melissa. Where's Kyle? Kyle, wave your hand. Kyle Santalini jumped ship and realized the grass wasn't greener over there and has come back. So we're glad you're back. Okay, here we go. Blake, we're going to do a little bit of ninja selling.
So just a reminder, I put some brochures in the seats to kind of talk again a little bit about the Ninja installation. And again, it's September 24th through the 27th. It is 4 days, but very intense to really increase your business. And we're so glad that Blake was willing to kind of give his testimony. He's actually taken the course before and is going to take it again. So found it really beneficial. So we'd love to hear your thoughts. So.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thanks to everyone for being so welcoming to me The past 7 weeks here have been great. I felt embraced, and I'm just so happy to be here. When I took the Ninja program, I was a brand new agent. I think I had about 4 months of experience. I didn't know anything. I hadn't sold a single house yet. So when it was offered to me, I immediately wanted to take it just to learn some processes, really, because I didn't know anything. So I immediately took it, and I will never forget, at the very end of it, I felt so excited about this career, and I felt like I had some new tools to implement and just hit the ground running. So, one of the things that really stuck out to me was the personal notes, and I think I sent about 50 personal notes within the first week. I sent so many that I ran out of people to send to. And then the other thing I remember very clearly is utilizing the warm, hot sheet template that they give you to keep track of people that I meet at networking events, open houses, sphere contacts, who may be looking to buy or sell within a year, but not today. So, I had not sold a single house before taking the program. And I remember, I think I closed around 10 transactions my first year at 24 years old. And on this year, I'm on track to close almost 20 deals and be a top producer for the first time. And I've only had the Ninja training for my whole career. So I've never had it another way. So my advice to everyone is to take the course, no matter what level of production you're at, because we can always improve. But for me, I can't imagine where I'd be without it. I don't think I'd still be in the real estate business, let alone working for a company like this. So I highly recommend it. And if y'all have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me.
Wow, all right, thank you. To make sure I can hear it. John, where are you? No, it's okay.
Who's gonna take it? I'm gonna take it. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Ninja installation. Thank you for joining us. My name is Larry Kendall, and our goal is to help you increase your income per hour so that you can have a life. We appreciate your commitment coming to the Ninja installation for 4 days. A number of years ago, what we discovered was we were getting better results when Ninjas could come and get the complete Ninja in 4 days. They were able to make the connections, and we started to see bigger results. In fact, that's when we started saying we don't teach Ninja, we install it. You'll walk out of that class with the Ninja systems installed. So what will you learn? Well, day one, we'll focus on your mindset, how you run your brain, how you manage your energy, especially how you manage.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Buffering.
You revive the energy that comes off your body with the customer because they pick up that vibe. How important is the vibe, do you think, in sales and in trust? On day two, we'll teach you a system.
Should I mind?
For generating a continuous flow of buyers and sellers coming to you. You'll be operating from abundance. You'll have more business than you'll really be able to handle. We'll show you how to handle it. On day three, we'll focus on sellers. And specifically, the Sweet 16 listing questions, how you work with sellers. Day four, we'll work with buyers. We'll teach you the 10-step buyer process. And also, we'll give you some strategies for negotiation. And on the last day, we won't have graduation. We'll have commencement. You see, our belief is that that's the start, not the finish. Ninja is really a way of life. It's a path. We look forward to seeing you on that Ninja path. Thanks.
Hey, y'all go online and sign up. Does everybody know where to sign up?
Yeah. Walter, why don't you give them a little bit of a testimony?
We got it under control. Yeah, we've got them scheduled. John, come up real quick.
Okay, 2 seconds. So, guys, this is a big week as far as the company's concerned. We are going to a new phone system when we move over to the new office. So that is actually because you never want to do a cutover on a Friday or go buy a new phone on a Friday. We're doing the cutover on a Thursday. So Thursday morning at 10:30, we're gonna move over to the new, we're gonna be moving over to a new phone system. So Briar Hollow is actually the last office to cut over. We've cut all the other offices over. So what we do by default is when we do this cutover, it's essentially the phone used to ring at this system, now it rings at this system. What's gonna happen is every line is gonna have what we call simultaneous ring. So when it kicks over to the new system, you don't have to do anything. It's gonna ring when you get a call to your 558, it's gonna ring your cell phone and your office line simultaneously. So you'll just take the call on your cell phone. If they leave a voicemail, the new system emails you the voicemail attachment and you can listen to it directly from your email. So you could literally do nothing and you won't miss a call and you'll get your voicemails and all that. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have a Vonage trainer guy in. I'm waiting on an email back to set the schedule, but he's gonna come in here and teach a couple of classes over the course of the day if you're available. I will also be emailing out quick start guides with the default voicemail password and stuff like that. So after the conversion, after 10:30 on Thursday, you can call into the system and create your name in the directory, set your new voicemail greeting. So what will happen now is if somebody does leave a voicemail for you, say Thursday afternoon, and you haven't done anything, it'll just say the user you're trying to reach is unavailable. Please leave a message and they'll return your call. So it's just a generic greeting. And I know y'all probably going to want to get your personal greeting on there, sooner than later. So we'll send out those directions, and then I will be hosting training when y'all come into the office after the 12th. We'll set up some classes. There's also webinars available that are like quick 30-minute webinars that you can jump online and watch, and it'll answer 90% of your questions. But at the end of the day, literally, if somebody calls your phone, pick it up and answer it. When you're done, you hang up. I mean, it's a very simple phone system.
Bottom line, you will not miss one phone call. It'll come straight to your cell phone. So if it looks like the number you don't know, how sometimes we don't answer numbers we don't know? Answer it, because somebody's calling you.
I think
Right.
it'll show up actually as your caller ID, your 558.
558 number? Oh, good. There you go. Okay. Is it real quick? We got a lot to do. Oh, good. You'll see 558. Perfect. Okay, Martha. Martha has been moving offices for over 30 years, hasn't she? 44 years. So she's going to come up and give us a little recap here.
Well, we thought it might be apropos to talk about where we've been and where we're going. Some of you have been with me since we started. Others came on later. But I'd like to just give you a little cap over. When we first started, Nancy and I needed an office, so I quick called over to my friend Bob Lay, who is now deceased, but he had a nice office building right here at 4505 Post Oak. He let us borrow a room that had phones hooked up, and we just hooked up right there. And that very day, it was the day we hired Joanne Goldstein to do our PR. We knew there were some things we needed to get done. We weren't there but just a short while till you all know where Shanghai River is. My friend Billy Hale and owned that shopping center where Shanghai River all the way down to, it was a kitchen store down on the end. From there, we took a little space right next to Shanghai River. And we moved in, I think about 8 or 9 of us, and got going. And then we realized we were running out of space. That's happened to us every time we've been somewhere. excuse me, I think this is probably the only, thank you very much. I think this is probably the only office that we didn't really ever run out of space. We're running out of here because we don't like this. We headed out to find us a place to put an office, so we got in the car and Bo Terrio told me, he said, look, I've got a building down on Westheimer. Says, go on down there, it's open. I thought, okay, we go on down there. So we rode down Westheimer and came to 1902. And as we walked in, we noticed all the people asleep on the floor, but that didn't bother us. We thought, well, this is just a sign that it's a very comfortable place. It had been the old Couch Mortgage Company, and there was actually the big old door that closed where they kept the money. Well, we decided without even looking any longer, we would take it because the price was right. Now, a lot of people said, oh, no, you're going way down there near Montrose. You're leaving where you should be. We don't know if it's going to work. I mean, I had all kinds of negative things going on. I just put earplugs in my ear and started remodeling. At that time, Dan Parker came down and he and I made some plans of how we were going to remodel the building. And he would take the part of the upstairs, and Ginger Barber, my good friend, she took the back of the upstairs. That's where her office was. It was, that was a sad time because her partner was, I can't even remember his name, but he died before they could ever move in there. And that was real sad because we were looking forward to having them there. Then we were also impressed by the big oak trees. We thought that was worth what we paid for the building, which was $425,000. Now, we got that all lined up and then got the people moved in, and we kept, we needed a receptionist. And Frio had been answering the telephone for us up on Westheimer in that little building, and she was retired. So I said, let's call out the University of Houston and see if they have students that need a job. So I got on the telephone and called out there. And I said, look, we have a real estate company. We need somebody to come and answer the phone for us. And said, just let them know it's not a part-time job. It's going to be a full-time job. And so I hung up, and it wasn't 2 seconds. The call came back and said, hey, this is Lucy. You called out here a minute ago looking for somebody to answer the telephone. I said, yes. And she said, well, I want the job. I said, well, come on over. And I knew that the way she answered that phone to get back to me real quickly, that she was going to be a good receptionist. So here comes Lucy. Now, at that same time, we had my brother working at Westheimer. Now, Tommy had worked in our store in Hemphill, and he could fix anything with paper clips, screwdrivers, and a big box. It didn't have to be anything real fancy, but he knew how to make it work. So in the equipment room, which was off the kitchen, we did have a nice little kitchen there. There was this equipment room, and it had kind of a step down. Well, if you were ever in the office when it rained, we were fine till a bus came by. And when a bus came by, all the water came coming up in that hole, and everybody had to grab a bucket that was close by. And we opened the door that went out to the street and just started giving them the water back. It was not a problem though, because we all knew phone. He said, you know, I'm gonna fix this once and for all. I noticed he had bought some sacks of cement. No telling what he clogged up, but he just poured cement. He didn't have any more water. We fixed that water. Well, I wanted it to be a nice office, so I put a wrought iron fence around the office. And that wrought iron fence, I thought it would be really good if everybody had a clicker. And when they came up to the thing, they could click it and come in. Well, I didn't think about people using clickers. And those of you who remember an agent we had at that time named Pat Clontz. Well, yes, her driving sounded like her last name. She would get up to that gate and push the button, but she didn't give it time to open, and then she'd drive on in. She had that gate 4 or 5 places at once. So finally, I said, well, we won't worry about the gate. Give me your clickers. And everybody just came right on in. At that time, Jim and Melinda Noel were with us. And I must tell you that they had a special need. And their need was to have an outside door. They liked being able to leave their office and go outside the door. And those of you that were there with me on Westheimer know that Melinda had a really important way of filing. And that was that when she came in her office with a stack of papers, she laid them on the floor. They never used a file cabinet, to my knowledge. Now, I gave them all they wanted, but it was more important. I could ask her where anything is, and I guarantee you she could go in there, and when she got through fumbling around, she came up with what she needed. So why could I fault her when she did all she was supposed to do? And Jim just followed directions. And I mean, they were a humming duo. We got ready to move, and we were moving over here. And y'all, they just couldn't come up in the air. She said, I've got to go where I can have an outside door. I said, well, just go over there to Greenwood King, because they've got one. I bet you they have an office that's on the out, has a floor coming, you come out. Well, that's where Melinda and Jim went. But we had to get them out of Westheimer. And I'm telling you, that took something. I rented a little trailer. And it was not a little one, it was a pretty big one. And backed it up, and I had to hire 2 people to go in and shovel up all the stuff that was in that room. Does anybody remember that?
And Sarah used to be in like a thing on the floor. She was a baby.
Yeah, Sarah was a baby. Just listen to this. And she liked to ice skate, so she did a lot of ice skating. But she'd come up there real tired, and she'd just make her a pallet out of all that. She rested well. I never said she was not abused. And but anyway, Melinda and Jim now moved on out to another Miracle office. Then, as we grew, we had to take away the people who were upstairs, and we turned it into office space. And I remember it got so tight that, number one, we went around the corner on Hazard and bought a little house that was for sale. And then EJ was doing our remodeling, and I'm embarrassed because I wouldn't say this back then, but we never got a permit, I don't guess. I don't think anybody mentioned that. But she brought some lumber up there, and they hooked those 2 offices together. So you could walk across and go. So, I mean, we had a lot of new offices, but we still ran short. I wish Robert Mann was here today, because let me tell you, he got the finest new office I just took the commode and the sink out and completely converted. Remember that upstairs bathroom on the left? Robert had a nice new office. And so he never complained a bit because it was his new office. Now, this is when some excitement came. One night, I got a phone call and they said, get to the office immediately. Someone's run in who had had a wreck and the car is in your office. Yes, it was in my office. And the only little problem that was there is Wade Knight, that was where his desk was. He just looked around and here came this car right in beside us. And he said, Monica, come on down here. I don't know what we're gonna do, but he said, I'm not hurt, but the car's right next to me. I said, well, don't let anybody do anything until I get there. So nobody bothered anything until the next morning, and we got people to come and fix our office back up and get the car out of there. We didn't need that car in there. Okay. And the first thing, of course, I asked him, I said, are you okay? And he said, oh, yeah. I said, I'm just fine. I'm just working on some listings that I'm getting. Okay. Then I, as you know, like to do things that are kind of out of the ordinary. And I decided that those trees, oak trees, were too pretty to just be standing there and not have anything going on. So I hired somebody to put lights around every limb. Now, I didn't use those little twinkle lights. Those are too little. We used regular lights that screwed, that were really good lights. And when it was all lit up, this is what it looked like.
Oh.
Y'all remember this? Here we go. Well, let me tell you, after I got them all in, then we had to cut them on. Well, I had an electrician over there that told me, said, it's going to take quite a bit of electricity to get these trees working. I said, well, get them working, do it, go ahead. And at that time, by that time, Glenn was at the office. And he came in, and that was the last blow of Westheimer. He said, you know how much that light connection cost? I said, how much? $5,000. Are you believing that? It cost $5,000 worth of electricity because of the amount of pull that I had in that tree. It really went on way out. I thought, well, that was so valuable, and we're not going to take the lights out of there. We're going to leave them on, and if you all remember, we hung balls on them, and then I hung Valentines on them. We did everything we could to get our money's worth of that $5,000. Well, folks, we're moving this week to a new place, and it's far more sophisticated than any place we've been. So I'm sure you're ready for it. I am. I'm looking forward to walking in there and just acting like this is where we've always been. This is what we deserve. But I must tell you that you are getting to go to one of the most beautiful places in the city, and to tell someone our office is in Amity Bank on the 17th floor suite. We're at 1777 West Loop South.
1717 West Loop.
1717 West Loop South, suite 1700. That sounds good. Oh my land, if you don't have any new cards, you should have them. It looks so good. And I'm looking forward to moving over there. I know you are too. And if anyone has a question about moving anything, don't ask me. I'll give you the wrong instructions because I think it's real easy, Marilyn. You just get up and you go. So that's my story about where we've been. And tomorrow I'll be with you when we go. Thank you.
So many fun funny things that happened in Westheimer, and one of the funniest, and I'll never forget it. You'll remember it. I was looking out the window, and my office was looking down on Westheimer, as was Martha's looking down on Westheimer. And there was a naked man laying down the middle of Westheimer like he was a drum major. Laying right down the middle line of Westheimer. I was running in Martha's office, and Martha, there's a naked man parading down Westheimer, but like he's a drum major. And Martha said, "Are you kidding me?" And she stands up, she looks at him and goes, "Well, I know She said, "He's from She called her brother Tommy real quick, said, Tommy, get out here. What was the man's name?
His name was Audrey Dean.
Audrey Dean.
He was in his hill working a baton. He then came to Houston. I don't know why he didn't stay in his hill. But anyway, Tommy went out there and got it. And got him
She got him some clothes. Wait, no, but Audrey Dean is the largest It was so efficient. You know, when you run into somebody, as long as you don't expect them to go, "Well, I know." I mean, that's just one. I mean, we had so many. Y'all think we flood? You think your houses flood? To get to the bullpen on Westheimer, you had to step down. Every time it rained, it flooded. Every time. Yeah.
But we did the best we could till Tommy got the cement and that helped.
Yeah. Tommy got the cement, it did help, but oh my God, I'll never get Audrey Dean.
Those were fun times, and we're just gonna have a glorious time.
Yeah.
So I know you're probably gonna tell
We
us.
won't have Audrey Dean though.
You never know.
You never know. Okay. Where's Tom? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is in the back. Tom Anderson, come on. Here we go.
Thanks, Marilyn. Hi, everybody. For all y'all on the front row, I'm Tom Anderson. Oh, man. You know, this is a good cop, bad cop. Marilyn called me Sunday and asked me to be here, but she didn't realize that 2 months prior to that, Paul had called me and we started working on a deal together, and we were actually able to renegotiate and extend this lease. Just kidding. I had the pleasure last week of taking lunch to John and Andrew, and I'll tell you, the space is beyond description. It's just fantastic. The technology, the 360 view, it's just beautiful. So y'all are gonna just love it. So I think what I would add is that it's funny how the world works, and I think you've heard of divine intervention. And I remember one night in November of 2004, when I was, I've been in the real estate business for about 27 years, and 21 of those years with a competitive firm that I really enjoyed and helped build that business. And we were sort of getting to the end of the road on that deal. You know, on that November night in 04, I went to a cocktail party. We had holiday parties in those days. The title companies would have those for real estate companies. And I walked in the door. It was at the Post Oak Grill. Never forget it. I walked in the door, and there stood Martha. And Martha and I had not had a lot of interaction. In fact, some of our interaction hadn't been great because of the competition. But I walked right up to Martha and I said, Martha, you know what? I think you and I need to talk. She looked at me and she said, how about tomorrow morning? So 30 days later, we had partnership agreements drawn, and that's where my story began with Martha Turner Properties. And our whole intent and idea was to build the company and grow it and take over the residential real estate market in Houston, not just the luxury end, but be everybody's realtor. The person to go to, whether it's the CEO or the son or daughter's first home. So that's sort of where it all began for me. We were able to grow the business from 500 million in sales to, in 1 year, to 850, to the next year over $1 billion. And then I think it was about the 5th year or 6th year we hit the 2 billion mark, and it was just really a lot of fun. But it wasn't just about the numbers. It was about continuing the culture that had begun. And so our intent was, as we all know, Martha and I have gotten a little older, and we decided that with this growth, we wanted the business to carry on. And we were able to find a partner to take over this business that was perfectly suited, that allowed us to keep the culture, but gave us that international presence that Sotheby's has been able to do. And I'm just so proud to stand up here and tell you that I was little part of the growth of this company and how fun it was. You know, Martha and I were partners for 15 years, and honestly, we had things that we didn't necessarily think the same way on, but we never argued. We always were able to work things through. And I remember December 21 of 2004, Martha asked me to run the sales meeting, and I walked in, and I have never felt so welcome. And it was just a wonderful way to get started. So that's sort of where we are. Just quickly, I have to, and I'm glad we have somebody that's seen the other side and decided to make a change to come back. I want to read something to you. This is, all y'all know, the Paper City magazine. I just keep quit selling. I don't care. I'm sorry. It's about price. I know I always say that, but it's also not about smoke and mirrors. It's not about smoke and mirrors. It's about relationships, and it's about what we do, and it's about how we market. And I'm going to read something to you because this is diametrically opposed to what we do. We represent everybody. We want, as a listing broker, to get that seller the highest price they can get for that house. And I'm just going to read you from Paper City, from one of your competitors. Houston's best kept secret. Exclusive listings available only at blanketyblank.com. Now, how's that representing a seller? I'm not here to down a competitor. I'm here to tell you that we don't run our business that way. And if I had the pleasure of going with you on a listing appointment, that'd be the first thing I'd do is pull that ad out and show people this is not how we operate, folks. We want you to know the reason we don't operate that way is because we're working for you. We're not working for us. So it's important, and I know this company has made an impact on the market, and that's fine. Business is out there. Anybody wants to try to make a profit, that's fine. But I think you need to know that this company and what I've been able to see over the last few years, how Sotheby's has really not only just carried on, but has enhanced so many different things with so many possibilities for you guys. So I wish you all the very best. I feel fortunate to be standing here. Excuse me. I had a little bit of a health issue, and it's over. I want to be able to tell you that because 15 months ago, I was in a hospital in acute heart failure. And my two brothers and my father passed away of that. And what I have the benefit of is technology and this incredible medical center that we have here in Houston and what is able to be done now that couldn't be done just 5 years ago. And I celebrated last week 1 year of my heart being in rhythm with no problems whatsoever. So I feel
Okay, one last thing. And I wrote this out because I wanted to make sure I said this correctly. As most of you know, we have been down a sales manager since the beginning of February. Fortunately, we have the best management team in the country, and the two Robins and Paul, Kelly, and Larry absolutely fabulous in taking care of everything, never missing a beat, and right on the spot to help all of you with your questions. All while trying to schedule moving 35,000 square feet to a new building. So please join me in thanking those three for all their hard. When I was talking to HR about what we truly needed and wanted, it was all taken very seriously. We are a tight-knit group. We all get along. We don't always agree, but we always agree to disagree. So the new manager had to be a person with all the qualities that we look for in such an important position, helping you, our agents, be the best agents in the world. You are the leaders in the greater Houston area, and we wanted another manager that would help you continue to be the most influential trailblazers in our field. We had many applicants from across the country, people who were willing to move to Texas to join us at MTSIR. We had applicants from across the city who knew our company and wanted to be associated with the best. We had applicants within our own company that applied for the position knowing the excellence that we stand for. It has taken 6 months, but we have chosen the person to help us lead you as we continue to be the #1 real estate company in the greater Houston area. Please welcome our newest management team member and your new sales manager, Paul Silva.
So I'm very, very honored. I'm usually not a scripted type person, but I figured today I would write something down. So just a couple weeks ago, I celebrated my 7-year anniversary here. I have to admit, when I took that first picture with Martha, I was really nervous. I remember sitting there completely in awe of Martha, her grace, and the organization she built. When I think back at my first stroll down the hallways, I was also in awe of the legends in our market that called Martha Turner their home. As it would turn out, every single one of the realtors who were my mentors and who helped me be successful are still on that wall of fame as you walk in the office with one mission. The only realtor mentor of mine that's not here with us is Grace Medellin, who will always live on in our hearts. A lot has happened in those 7 years. We have merged with Sotheby's, expanded our marketing efforts, changed our leadership, and now about to make the most amazing move to a new state-of-the-art building. During these 7 years, I've made a ton of good friends. These friends helped inspire me, helped me achieve success through their encouragement, training, and willingness to help. So many of you have been there to celebrate all the high points of my life and some challenging times the last 7 years. Your kindness, friendship, and professionalism will never be forgotten. Because of the brand, the family, the marketing, the leadership, and incredible agent support, there is no other brokerage I would want to be at other than Martha Turner Sotheby's International Realty. There's no other commission plan, pie in the sky promises, or anything else that could get me to leave. I am here because I truly believe this is the best real estate company to thrive, both professionally and personally. Some of you might ask why I would give up my career as a full-time realtor to become a manager. The answer is very simple. I love being a realtor. Some of my happiest moments being licensed the last 19 years have been handing the keys to a happy buyer or helping a seller move on to their next home. While this has been a great sense of joy, a greater joy has been those of you that have come to my office to ask advice on a technology issue, a contract question, or even a personal matter. You see, walking across the stage for the Circle of Excellence breakfast is great, but being there to help others cross that stage is even more rewarding at this stage of my life. So with that, I will close and say how truly honored I am to help in this new role and how I can't wait to get to know each and every one of you and help in any way I can.
Say something important, just don't want to mess it up. So, now y'all, don't forget tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Last day for y'all. Please make sure all your stuff that you want to go with you is in a crate, because all the other stuff that's in there is going to be thrown away or sold.
Can I ask a question? How do you know which day you move in?
We're going to send a schedule to all of you at Briar Hollow to tell you, okay, I'm making this up. Martha, you are coming in on Monday the 12th at 2 o'clock. Because what we need to do in order so that not everybody just on us at one time, we want to do you in sections so we can say, okay, well, these 10 people, let's get to make sure, let's get them sit down, turn on their computer, make sure it works, make everything's perfect and all that. Then the next group comes in and we'll do the same. Then y'all can unpack after we make sure everything's working and running well, okay? And we will send out a schedule to you, don't worry.
And who's gonna do it? Like, I'm gonna be out of town, so I just wanted to know who I could talk to. Maybe we have Tuesday.
Well, you can be.
Okay.
Tuesday. Martha Adger wants to be Tuesday. Well, right. That's how you do it. So y'all have a great day and a great last day. Wasn't this the best meeting ever? Last meeting. Come say congratulations to Paul, and we will see you at Amagi. Thank y'all. Have a great day. Have a great day.